Welcome Adobe Muse fans. This is Russell over here at DooDadle, and I'm going to walk you through a quick demo of ClickClose. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to open up the website just so you can kind of get a quick overview of what ClickClose will do for you. Obviously, it adds these animations onto your buttons within your slideshows or your compositions. And there's various different effects, and you can also speed up or slow down these effects as you need, depending on what type of response you would like. Let's go ahead and take a look at the slideshow. This has just a repeat once quick animation just to kind of give you an indicator that you can click to see other images. And if we go to the composition, within this composition widget, I have a few animations that are going on. You can also select triggers here at the bottom, and there's animation there, and there's also an animation on the close button, which is a different animation. And we'll go into Muse and kind of show you how I achieve two different types within the same composition widget. I'm going to close this off, and then we'll open up Adobe Muse. So let's go into the options here. You'll see I have the previous and next selected, so these are active trigger areas to change your photos as you're going through. Let's close that out, and we'll take a look at the ClickClose widget that I have dropped onto the canvas into Adobe Muse. So in this case, we have just the arrows that are going to be active. I have shake on there right now, but we'll change that. We'll change it to ta-da, and we'll see how that looks. You can change the speed, so if you want it to go a little bit quicker or a little bit slower, depending on what effect you want to achieve, you can change that. You can loop the animation, and if you loop the animation, we'll go ahead and do that because we've seen it as it plays just for one time. But let's take a look at the looped animation, and we'll go ahead and preview this to browser. Okay, and if we come down to our buttons here, now we have the ta-da on there. And I have this looped, so it'll just continue to go until I roll out of that area. And you can kind of keep going. Now if you think that's too much, you could easily dial it back to just doing one animation, or a certain amount of animations if you need so. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the composition because there's a few more options within the composition that we want to take a look at. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. Let's see. Bring open our composition. And you'll notice I have two different click closes for this particular standard composition from Adobe Muse. And I have triggers on top. Not that that necessarily makes a difference, but at least for this, because they're not overlapping. And I have a close button. I don't have a previous or next, but we could initialize those if we wanted to. This animation we have spinning, and this is a bounce type animation here down at the bottom. So we have two different widgets, and one we had a close button and we selected unscrew for that. And this one is for the triggers and we chose bounce. So let's go through a few of the different options that you can apply within ClickClose. You have your buttons. You can choose a close button, just the triggers, just the arrows, or all of the buttons. These are the various animations you can choose from. Now this is the direction of play, which means the animation will play to the end of the animation and not snap back to the original state from where it began. And then we have speeds of animation, and this is in seconds, so it can be fractions of a second if you need it to be. And then you have looping animation. You can continue to play the animation over and over again at the 2-second interval, or you can have it play a selected amount of times if you wanted to. Well, I hope this gives you a little bit of a background on how to use the widget. You can feel free to reach me at russ@doodadle.com. Thanks for watching our video demonstration. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.